students, I am Rajashree ma'am and I am going to explain you the story The Little Girls Wiser Than Men. This story is written by Leo Tolstoy. Leo Tolstoy was a Russian writer of 19th century and he was one of the greatest writers in Russia as well as the whole world. The most famous of his works are War and Peace and Anna Karenina. This story is a parable or a story with a moral message. So let's start with the story. Girls wiser than men. It was an early Easter. Sledging was only just over. Snow still lay in the yards and water ran in streams down the village street. Easter time is suggesting the end of winter. Leo Tolstoy was a Russian writer and Russia is a very cold country. There is a heavy snowfall in the winter and this is the time when winter is coming to end and there is a rise of temperature and that is why snow is melting and there is a rush of water, a flow of water in the street, melted snow. And sledging is over. Sledge is a cart drawn by the dogs. It was used in the earlier time in Russia to travel on. Two little girls from different houses happened to meet in a lane between two homesteads where the dirty water after running through the farmyards had formed a large puddle. In the opening scene you can see that there are two little girls met in the lane. Lane is a narrow street and it is between two homesteads. Homesteads means big houses with farmyards adjacent to them, and all the dirty water had gathered in that place and made a pool over there. One girl was very small, the other a little bigger. Their mothers had dressed them both in new frocks. The little one wore a blue frock, the other a yellow print, and both had red kerchiefs on their heads. The two little girls had come to the street to play there, and both were wearing new frocks. The little one or younger one was wearing a blue frock, and the older one was wearing a yellow print, and they had tied kerchiefs on their heads. Kerchiefs are like scarves and square pieces of cloth used as scarf, head scarf. Scarves are usually tied around the neck, but these kerchiefs are tied on the head. They had just come from church when they met, and first they showed each other their finery and then they began to play. They had come from the church just then and they were showing their finery to each other. Finery means their new dresses. They were showing their new dresses to each other because they were very happy to wear new dresses. Soon the fancy took them to splash about in the water, and the smaller one was going to step into the puddle, shoes and all, when the elder checked her. They had come with their wearing their new frocks, but as they were very young children, they had desire to make fun, or they became driven to playfulness. They were driven to playfulness, and the younger one wanted to step into the dirty water with all her shoes and stockings, but the elder one checked her or controlled her. "Don't go in so, Malasha," said she. "Your mother will scold you. I will take off my shoes and stockings, and you take off yours." That the name of the younger child was Malasha, and the elder child was trying to control her by saying, "Don't go, Malasha. Your mother will scold you." That means rebuke you. One synonym of scold is rebuke you. So don't go into the dirty water. Your stockings, your shoes, all would be dirty if you go into the dirty water with your shoes. They did so. Then, picking up their frocks, they began walking towards each other through the puddle. The water came up to Malasha's ankles, and she said, "It is deep, Akulya. I am afraid." They took off their shoes and stepped into the puddle, but when water had come to the ankle of Malasha, she got afraid, and she called Akulya. Akulya is the elder girl, that I am getting afraid. But Akulya had consoled her by saying, "No, no, I am with you." And that is in that way they stepped into the water by taking off their shoes and stockings. "Come on," replied the other. "Don't be frightened. It won't get any deeper." When they got near one another, Akulya said, "Mind, Malasha, don't splash. Walk carefully." So Akulya warned Malasha so that she doesn't splash water on her and started walking. And here are three questions. Why was the water dirty? The water was dirty because of the farm. It was carrying the mud and soil of the farmyard. Who was younger, Akulya and Malasha? If you have gone through this part, then you very easily you know that Akulya is the elder and Malasha is the younger. And what was Malasha afraid of? Malasha was afraid of because she thought that the puddle was very deep and she may get drowned in it. And she had hardly said this when Malasha plumped down her foot, so the water splashed right onto Akulya's frock. The frock was splashed, so were Akulya's eyes and nose. When she saw the stains on her frock, she was angry and ran after Malasha. Malasha was frightened, and seeing that she had got herself into trouble, she scrambled out of the puddle and prepared to run home. Akulya warned Malasha so that she would not splash water on her, but Malasha was a little girl and she didn't listen to her and splashed water on her, and so Akulya's dress had got dirty, and she became very angry and ran after Malasha. So the quarrel between these two girls had begun. And so this is for today, children, and I will explain the next part of it in my next video. Till then, bye.